Pizza time.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is June 23rd, 2022. I am your host of Marvel Mania, RJ, the Marvel Maniac. Welcome to the newest and latest version of Marvel Mania 2.0, Marvel Mania Phase 2, I guess, is kickstarting with Episode 6. There's a lot to dive into, a lot to talk about. It's been a while since we've done a Marvel Mania episode. A lot has been going on in the world of Marvel Entertainment. We got some stuff going on with Kraven the Hunter. We'll be talking about what the hell is Sony doing with that. We're going to be talking Miss Marvel. No spoilers, but we will be talking about its viewership numbers. We'll be talking a little bit about Spider-Man Lotus, the controversy with that fan film. We'll be diving into Marvel's Avengers, which just got a big update. More information on that game is coming out. We will also be talking, of course, about Kevin Feige's comments about the future of the MCU. And we will be discussing Thor Love and Thunder because today is the world premiere. So there's a lot to dive into today. But before we do any of that, let me get some nice background music going. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Let's say hello to the chat. As always, because without you guys, the show would not be continuing, and it would not even be a thing. So, yeah. So let's say hello to everybody. What's up, Donovan? Donovan Martin here, good friend Donovan. I guess we could talk about that a little bit at the top of the show. I will address that in a second. We'll talk about the Ezra thing in a second. CJH is here. What's up, CJH? Sideways 52 is here. Hello. Caleb Stack, is here. Hello. Movies Manic 96. What's up? John is here. Hello, John. Thank you, John. I appreciate that very much. So I guess real quick, I'll comment on this Ezra Miller thing just really quickly. It's not Marvel related, but I will address this really quickly. There was another article that came out this morning from the Rolling Stone about Ezra Miller. Accusations now coming from a father, talking about the status of Ezra Miller's home, their farm apparently in Vermont, where there's guns everywhere and bullets and babies putting bullets in their mouths and a lot of crazy stuff with that. I would just say this article was going to come out. I think it's been known it's going to come out. There's a lot going on with that. I can't speak to much other than just the fact that there's a lot going on. I hope for the best, but stuff continues to be crazy. But also joining us real quick is Caden. What's up, Caden?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
So really quickly before we dive into Marvel topics, I know that this Ezra article from the Rolling Stone came out. Do you have any quick thoughts on that?
Isn't this like Ezra's like third or fourth Rolling Stones article?
This is, I think, the third. I think this is the third or fourth.
Yeah, like the first one.
Rolling Stone has especially been covering this. So.
Yeah, the first one was the whole having meetings thing, and then the second one was the big article. And then this one's another big article that So, I mean, it's very interesting.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. Again, I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but
I don't either. But it's just weird because, like, I'm very confused because the article's saying like, oh, he's having this. It's like the safe haven for the mom and the three kids, but it's not really safe for them. But there's like a source telling them that, like, it's not the mom telling them that, it's like another person telling them that. But then you have people saying, oh, but the mom's this liar and stuff. But
yeah.
And
again, the father seems to have a shady past to himself. And again, I don't want to dive too much into that. All I want to say is there is an article coming out. I'm sure people will be talking about it.
On the Rolling Stones article, apparently there's a video of of this stuff, like an actual video.
Yes, the Rolling Stone article did have a video. I just want to clarify.
I
I have
don't.
not read the article yet. I've not dived
It's
into it. I've
under a
not looked at
paywall,
it.
so someone has to find because all the people that report like that do like the little like summarized little things.
Yeah, and if that's the case, if the guns showing are real, but they are props, like they're prop guns around, that's certainly a wrinkle to it too. Like I said, I don't want to dive too much into it, but it's
the
just
thing is, it's still not even if it's prop guns, and if there's a baby with a bullet in his mouth, you know, if there's bullets just laying around and a baby with a bullet in his mouth, it's still not safe. The baby can choke and die on the bullet. You know, it's still not a safe place. You know, like.
Well, yeah, I understand that perspective. Like I said, it's a very messy situation at the end of the day.
It's something that, like, if you're gonna have a safe haven for a mother and 3 kids, you're going to have to make sure that the area that they're in, there's no, especially if you have 3 babies or 2 babies and 1 teenager or whatever, you're going to have to make sure that everywhere there's no way that a baby can put anything near its body where it can harm it. So that's not really a safe space if you're having prop guns and prop bullets laying around and then a baby's pulling bullets in his mouth.
Well, speaking of other disasters going on in the world of entertainment, let's talk about Spider-Man Lotus. Let's start with that, actually. Let's get like the bad news out of the way first, I guess. So, Caden, have you kept up with this story at all about the Spider-Man Lotus fan film? What's going on with that?
I stopped. I think once that day of stuff happened, I was catching up with stuff there, and then I think I stopped catching up because it was just like
it's a lot. And we had talked about this with Jarbo the other day. Maybe go watch that stream too. It's a good companion piece to the discussion we're gonna have. But a lot of this is just kids, for the most part, a bunch of kids getting money, getting power, and with great power comes great responsibility. These are just a lot of dumb young kids who just said stupid shit, and it's just been blown out of proportion. Like, apparently there's like a 9-year-old kid who was like planning this for like 6 years, and he's 15 now, and he was planning on like exposing Gavin, the director. There's some weird stuff, okay? Like, there's just some weird stuff going on.
It's really weird because now like someone it's very hard to like take some of the things seriously also, is because there's some people talking about some other people involved and like saying, oh, we have some stuff on these other people, and then the people that they supposedly have things on, but like, if you have anything on me, it's clearly either not anything as bad as Gavin and Warden, or it's fake, because I have not had that behavior ever. And then like legit the person posted like a fake screenshot, so it's just like
I mean, there's fake screenshots going around. There's all this misinformation. Like, people are accusing different actors of being racist or druggies, or that they were hired because they wanted to have sex with them. In the case of the actress played MJ, it's like some weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
weird stuff.
Let's dive into this article from the Direct. Spider-Man Lotus fan film engulfed in controversy amid racist accusations. Spider-Man Lotus centers on a story in which Peter Parker deals with the loss of Gwen Stacy, the effects of which fans saw for Ramon in Spider-Man No Way Home. The movie's first trailer appeared online in October 2021 and racked up an impressive 1.6 million views, but its upcoming release is now under heavy fire thanks to recently revealed controversy. The film's leading actor and director, Wayne Warden and Gavin Knupp, respectively, have faced immense backlash from fans due to a series of racist comments from the social media accounts in the past couple of weeks. Now fans are sharing their feelings about everything that's going on, which is a particularly troubling situation with the world's climate the way it currently is. There's going to be a lot of language in here, just FYI. Lotus is trending on social media. Yeah. Direct messages from leading actor Wayne Ward and director Gavin Campbell revealed which used extreme racist language that included multiple uses of racial slurs against black people. The strings of messages was believed to include an insult pointed towards Spider-Man No Way Home director John Watts after Watts acknowledged the film's existence, although this specific instance seems to have been proven as photoshopped. Since then, Ward and Canuck have both posted statements on the matter on the Twitter page. This person, the Quiver, pointed out there's major red flags about them not paying their storyboard artists. That whole situation.
That's another thing. So, if you look at their Kickstarter has a limit of $20,000. They also have like this little other one that's $20,000 plus, but they don't account for. It's just basically the same thing as that's in the $20,000 one. It's just like if you're gonna not add much to what is already like. It's whatever, but they didn't count for getting hold on, let me actually pull it up. Here is the Kickstarter. So as you can see, by February 27th, they got 25,000.
Yeah, because initially they only wanted 25,000, right? That's what they initially wanted, right?
And then when he hit this mark, he went up to they initially wanted 20,000, but then they're like, oh, thank you so much guys for the extra 6,000. And then it was like after that, then he went here, but then like so so these are let's go back first. Let me go to the perks.
Can we look at the perks?
Yeah. So, well, as we all know, we've all seen this.
Yeah, that's the budget. How they broke it down, what they were gonna do. Rough. But yeah, I mean, production expenses 30%, crew 20%, 15% for travel.
This excludes Gavin
and Warden. Okay.
So, I mean, yeah. So then
there's their cast.
This is the cast, but then look, so $5,000 of linear, study focused Spider-Man, but limited by a smaller cast, no action. Only simple drama driven by Peter's internal struggle as he faces his own flaws. Okay, whatever. Like, if you're gonna do that $5,000, good for you. $10,000, look into the mind of Peter Parker on a larger scale. With this, will allow to bring us a key character from the world of Spider-Man into the story, who would reflect the themes and enhance its meaning with clear context to Peter's conflict.
That's probably the Green Goblin. The 10,000.
Yeah,
Green Goblin.
But the thing is, okay, I sent y'all that tweet where he says no Green Goblin. Like, I said no to Green Goblin, I said no to Miles Morales, I said no to the symbiote, and no to Black Suits / symbiote. But then they had concept art, costume designs.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, there's just a lot of weird stuff going on with this. I mean, the other interesting wrinkle to this too is that apparently with the script leaked too, and like these images of the Goblin leaked and all that, and like all this was going on. It's just crazy to me. But there was a statement from Jonas, who we have a history with a little bit because he's gone after Jarbo and Saga, but he was an associate assistant director on this, and he put out a statement saying that I befriended Ward and Gavin a little over a year ago, and Lotus was in pre-production. I wasn't close to either of them at the time this group chat's been dated on. I was never in these group chats. We were not close until Lotus came to formation. If I saw this behavior or anything even slightly resembled this behavior, I was on set. Bestly, I wouldn't have tolerated that shit and would have been out of there instantly. The words exchanged in these group chats, both the authentic ones, the ones that have been doctored, absolutely testable, everything wrong with the industry and the people who run it. Basically, he's like, keep me out of this. I don't want to be involved in this. Leave me alone. Which, And then Knopf responded to, it's just a lot's going on with this. And it's a shame that a fan film that so many fans are interested in, so much money went into. Again, folks, about $112,000 for this fan film. Caden's dog supports the fan film.
Okay, so yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm
but
saying
yeah.
100,000 for this fan film, guys.
But yeah, so I mean, just looking at 15,000, basically same thing here. More cast with a full script, CGI sequences, longer runtime, and then 20,000, which was their main goal, which is basically the whole thing, the whole shebang. Like we can do the whole shebang. Then the 20,000 whole shebang, and any more money would let them to add more cast or add CGI, whatever. But yeah, like these two are basically the same thing. This is just saying I can add more people to the cast. I can add more people to the crew. But let's look at this graph. If this is the actual graph for this 30% for let's see. Let's really dive into this.
Yeah, because I'm curious how they came with those statistics, how they broke it down like that. Like, because it's like, I have to imagine these are very vague percentages. Like, they're not exactly going to be like 1-to-1. But
no, but like if you'll still have an idea of what they earn, what they have.
Yeah, because Warden, just for clarification, Warden Wayne, if you scroll down, he's the one playing Spider-Man. He's the one playing Peter Parker, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the guy that plays Peter Parker. But
well, Anthony, I would assume that the extra money they got went into, I don't know, Caden, how would you describe that? Where the other $12,000 went? It must have went to like basically ballooning the vision of the movie, most likely visual effects like CGI.
Yeah,
got more money for
it was
CGI
more
budget.
like, okay, so we have this 20,000, and then what would these extra money go into? Where would this money go into? I'm sure they would, like he said that these percentages don't include Gavin and Warden. So now it's a matter of fact, how much is Gavin? Well, no, how much is Warden getting? Is Warden just doing this for free? Because I'm sure Gavin's doing it because it's his
that's what I'm wondering too. Are Gavin and Warden getting paid for their efforts, or is this purely,
like, if they're not being paid, then okay, then they're not really going to have like any financial impact on this. Like no one's gonna be like, I'm dropping out, and then it's like more money to me. No, it's like none of this money's going to anyone. So yeah.
Yeah, this whole situation just really sucks. I mean, you never want, again, like, well, let me ask you this, Caden. Why do you think this fan film in particular captured people's attention as much as it did initially? Was it just because it's Spider-Man and because John Watts recognized it, or do you think it's something deeper to it?
Because I knew about it through a bunch of people, well, especially through Eunice, but I saw people already supporting it, like, since it was announced, that he was doing it, because people liked Gavin, people liked his opinions on the MCU Spider-Man, like how, but then again, he's the guy who says Spider-Man's a sad character and he should always be sad, type of thing, so it's like, no, he's not, but he had very interesting opinions on Spider-Man, and I think people were interested in seeing how his take on Spider-Man would be. So I think knowing who he is as a influencer in that community, in the comic book movie community and Spider-Man community, so that's like
I don't know if a news outlet reached out to
Newsweek or whatever, they said that they reached out to Gavin and Warden, no comment. They reached out to Marvel Entertainment, no comment.
Why would they reach out to Marvel Entertainment? They're not involved. It makes no sense to me. Like,
I think it's because they just want to see how the comment on how like, oh, there's this fan film on Spider-Man. How you guys feel about that? You know, that type of thing. Not like, oh, what do you guys feel about this racist stuff? You know, they just want. I think it's like that type of thing. Rather than being.
hey, what's up, Ashley?
Hey, how are you guys?
Doing
Hey,
good,
Ashley.
Ashley. So we're covering the Spider-Man Lotus controversy. Have you heard it? Have you kept up with this at all about this fan film? What's going on with that?
Just the N-word debacle. And
Yeah, a lot of
Hayden
racist
had
comments.
said
Yeah,
the other day when he was kind of talking about how much the backing, how much money they've raised, and how much I remember when Caden was talking about that during the same time, but I don't really know outside of that a whole lot of it.
yeah, it's just a crazy situation. I mean, have you guys like checked out? Like, I don't know. It's just like this fan film was like such a big talking point, especially on social media. It's a shame that it's been mired by all this controversy. I mean, like, I don't know. It's a shame. I think that's the end of the day. These are really like, because I think even Gavin Caden, he's like, what, 20, 21, 22? He's like pretty young, isn't he? The director?
Yeah, he's like
He's just
around
like a bunch
our
of
age.
kids, man. And like, like, listen, like, I'm not excusing that because racism is dumb no matter what age, but I'm just saying, like, these are really dumb, ignorant kids who got like a lot of money and a lot of attention, and I just don't think they were responsible with it. You know, they just made a mistake that's probably going to be threatening them and their careers forever. You know?
Yeah, which is unfortunate. You know, especially if you can learn from those mistakes, because you know.
So I did the math. Gavin Warder would have gotten nothing from the budget.
Yeah, it's a shame. But speaking of other things that are complete disasters, I'm glad Ashley you're here because this is your most anticipated Marvel movie of all time, and I've not had a chance to talk about this. Kraven the Hunter.
Yes.
She's gonna love it. You're gonna love it, right?
Aaron freaking Taylor Johnson, dude.
Yeah. So did you guys know that in the Sony cinematic universe without Spider-Man that they're gonna make Kraven a
animal lover?
Animal lover.
He's like a PETA activist, right, guys? Oh my God. The Hunter. Let that sink in. So
here we go. So Aaron Taylor Johnson was interviewed by Variety, and here's what he said about the movie and the character. Johnson described his titular villain as one of Marvel's most iconic, notorious anti-heroes, Spider-Man's #1 rival. Okay? Already I have an issue with that. Kraven's not an anti-hero.
He's a hunter. He hunts. Like,
I am so sick and tired of Sony making all of their characters anti-heroes. They're villains.
Yeah.
They want to like play in this gray area. You can like make true villain films and make people care about a villain and make them the lead instead of like doing this like, you know, anti-hero bullshit.
But it gets worse. Okay.
Yeah.
He technically is Spider-Man's #1 rival. They do have a rivalry. I can understand that.
I wouldn't say number one. I said maybe the fifth or the fourth.
I say that he has a very iconic storyline that involves.
I say Goblin is the number
one.
Rival.
That involves.
Goblin's #1 villain. Rival is different from villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I guess. Yeah.
But it gets worse
because Venom's the one that challenges Spider-Man. Green Goblin doesn't really challenge him. He just threatens.
Yeah, true. Right? Yeah, threatens. Yeah.
So then he goes on and says he's not an alien or a wizard. He's just a hunter, a human with conviction. So he calls him a hunter here, but then here's what he says. He's an animal lover and a protector of the natural world.
I wonder,
if he's a hunter, how is he a protector of the natural world and an animal lover? He hunts people for sport. He's a hunter. The whole point of Kraven's character is that he's like the best hunter in the
animals
world.
And protecting the natural world.
I don't know. Sony's not that smart. Okay.
Bro, they got the Morbius writers, bro. What are you talking about?
No, Kraven's not written by the Morbius writers.
No, man, that's Madam Web.
That's Madam Web.
That's Madam Web.
Oh, yeah. So who's writing this?
It's a bunch of action writers that written some some great action movies. and the director's is
Like
a
what
good
film? Do you know
action
any of
director.
the films that they've written, Caden, off
Yeah.
the top of your head?
I don't know them off the top of my head. Because I don't remember. I just remember knowing that the writers are actually
I know
good writers.
I know you usually got a lot of that type of knowledge in your head. That's why I asked. I don't know.
They wrote Iron Man. They wrote
Okay.
Iron Man. They wrote the Uncharted recently. But Richard Wenke also wrote the Equalizer.
Okay, that's a good
I do like
one.
The Equalizer.
I love that
Equalizer's
movie.
amazing. I can't
Yeah.
wait for the third one.
Magnificent Seven.
Me too. Would
Jack
you say?
Reacher.
Oh, Jack Reacher was good too.
The
Oh,
first
Tom
one.
Cruise.
The first one.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't like the second one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know,
so
man. It's just
He's like the thing is, this crew is a good crew. Like it's not like this like.
I just don't understand. Like, here's my thing, right? What is the point of Sony's universe where like they're making all these villain movies, but they don't want to actually commit to them being villains?
They're
Like-
not trying to go bankrupt. That's the reason.
Then
And are
just
you
work
ever
with
gonna?
Marvel.
And what's happening? Like, are you gonna have a Spider-Man? I think they were hoping for Andrew Garfield, and he mainly said no, thank you. You know, so
I understand
who is
that.
going to be
Blame
the
him? I
when
wouldn't
you
wanna
in?
stick with
Oh, I
those
don't
movies.
blame him either. I mean, it's just like I don't blame him at all. But who is going to be the Spider-Man of this universe? And once again, you keep introducing iconic, cool
And
Spider-Man
you're not
villains,
giving it.
and you don't give us any Spider-Man.
Well, also
And
too,
you're-
like it
yeah,
pisses
that
me off
too.
because I would rather Tom fight Craven than.
I remember
him having
when
his own
John
movie.
Watts tried to do Craven for Spider-Man 3 before the multiverse thing started. He was gonna be the villain for Spider-Man 3 of John Watts, but then they changed it to
Well, they changed
that
it.
that was
Yeah.
if yeah that was if
That was
they
one of the
was
initial
going to leave the
ideas,
MCU.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, they were going to do that.
And now, and Black Panther 2, I believe, if I'm a quote, yeah, something like that. Somebody was saying that on Twitter. I was like, come on, like.
My
I don't
the
like
thing is,
Sony.
like with
I don't
Craven,
like
if it's an origin, I'm fine with his origin as him as being anti-hero. I just want him to grow into a villain, I don't want him to start.
Well, the Watch
especially
here
'cause-
says Sony is afraid of people getting the different Peters confused because Sony thinks the audiences are stupid. Sadly, Sony is very old Hollywood.
How are
that
they
way.
Yeah.
stupid?
I
How
mean,
are they
it's Tom
stupid?
Rothman.
We saw
I-
two
I
Spider-Man
don't-
last
Tom
year.
Rothman. It's
I
Tom
do-
Rothman is the.
Well, yeah,
head
Tom
of
Rothman's
Sony.
the same guy who ran Fox into the ground and was like the guy who
Oh,
wanted
God.
the Baraka pool and like all that dumb X-Men shit.
Oh my gosh. God,
It
God,
makes
I
no
hate that
sense to continue introducing these villains that
Well, that's what I'm
are
saying, like,
so
what
great
is their
opposites
universe
to
building
Peter
to?
Parker.
That's what I'm saying.
And
What is
you're
their
guy.
not
To
universe
doing
the
building
anything.
Sinister Six. The Sinister Six.
And who are they
Well,
gonna
the thing
fight?
the thing
And
is-
that's-
Tom Holland.
Is that when
But the
we're gonna
thing
get a
is
Spider-Man?
that they
No.
did this thing in Morbius. We all seen Morbius. I'm sure.
What is Mobius? I never heard of it.
It's
But-
Morbin time.
Oh my God.
That meme.
But,
okay.
like-
yeah.
The post-credit scene of Keaton coming into their universe is a big thing that should not have happened.
But that doesn't make sense. If you know.
It doesn't make sense, and it shouldn't happen because we learned in Doctor Strange 2 is that if someone from another universe is in another multiverse is in someone else's multiverse, it causes an incursion. So
Yeah.
they're going to have to fix this. They're going to have to, like, not either Marvel's just gonna completely ignore it, or there's gonna be an incursion between the Sony universe and the MCU.
I mean, but
And that's how they
remember
combine the two
yeah.
universes.
It's
Because
yeah.
that's the only, and then you get, and then maybe, what if this is all just leading to Marvel and Sony giving up the rights to Spider-Man to Marvel and just like, we're leading to an incursion, so might as well build some characters in this universe.
See, wouldn't it be really
And-
based to Kevin Feige if all this is like as you're saying, Caden, the incursion thing? The incursion is like at the end of Doctor Strange 2 is actually the Morbius and the Sony universe, and they just destroy
Yeah.
it.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, well, people
you
was
had-
making fun of that on Twitter.
And you-
which, it
And you
is,
have
yeah.
to think, like yesterday we got the news that, Kevin Feige is going to be executive producer of Madden Web. We know
Wait,
that
is
now
he?
we have a
Yeah.
That's so
Venom
weird.
symbiote now in the MCU, and he's quite fond of Tom Hardy's Venom. But so I feel like eventually, Tom Holland's version is going to go up against Venom. But I don't understand how you're going about doing a Kraven the Hunter story, and you're basically making him this, protector and anti-hero and, animal lover. And the most iconic and powerful story that you can do with him involves Peter Parker. You have to have Spider-Man.
Well, here's the thing.
Watcher's
on point with this. Yeah, Watcher's on point with this. Why are they not doing Spider-Man movies like Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 2099?
But we saw the Noir universe.
It would make money.
They should. That's what they should be doing.
Didn't we saw in Doctor Strange the Spider-Man Noir universe?
No, Hydra World. Hydra.
That was Hydra. That was Hydra.
Oh man, I thought it was. I mean, I would get Nicolas Cage to do Spider-Man Noir. I think he did it great, in my opinion. I
agree. It is sad that we may never see Vulture again. That is really sad.
Well, yeah, no, you should be able to see Vulture again because, again, like I said, if they do the whole concursion thing, or if Kevin Feige just completely ignores the thing, then we should be able to see Vulture again. Honestly, I thought that.
What about Scorpion? He's in the Sony universe now.
No, he's not.
No, yes, he didn't.
No, Matt Gargan's still in the MCU.
Scorpion's still in the MCU. Yeah,
he's still technically in the MCU.
And I'm still honestly, Spider-Man 4, in my opinion, should be Spider-Man fighting against Scorpion, funded by
amazing.
I think there is a relationship between J. Jonah and Spider-Man now, where J. Jonah is gonna have to want to find Spider-Man again.
Oh yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of ways they can go with that. My ideal Spider-Man 4 would be him fighting Scorpion. I think that's the best thing you can do.
Please bring Michael Mando in. He's amazing.
They're wasting his contract. They're wasting his contract.
Again, shout out to Better Call Saul and Nacho. Check Michael Mando out there. Absolutely. I know I keep talking about it.
Wouldn't he show up in the freshman year Spider-Man series? Because he captured him in his first year as Spider-Man.
No, he captured him in that Homecoming. He was on that boat.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that. Oh wow.
He was the guy that Toombs was meeting with.
Oh, okay. I gotta rewatch.
Yeah, Venom SL says, I hate to be the one who says I told you so guy, but ever since people gave a pass and $800 million to a mediocre best Venom 2018
but people thought it was an MCU.
And then they gave they gave the second one 900 and was it 900? I mean, it was a 900 million.
Well, the thing about the whole the Venom 2, Venom Let There Be Carnage, the whole reason why it got the same box office or similar box office,
the
post-credit scene leak that leaked like a week in advance, and they were marketing the heck out of it.
That is true.
So
yeah. Anna here says the Chameleon's in the MCU and also got cast for the Kraven movie.
That is true.
Wait, is Chameleon in the MCU?
You remember he's in Far From Home?
The bus driver guy. Yeah.
And I think it's obviously in the Sony verse, it's going to be a different actor. It's not. I don't think it's a different actor.
Freddie Hetchinger. Yeah, he's a good actor. Again, this is a good cast and good crew, but it just matters of the fact of the story.
In the trailers,
if it's true that he's like this if it's straight up, he's a protector of the natural world and a protector of animals and stuff. Like straight up, not like some like weird, dark, twisty way he is, but like he's straight up that, and he's trying to fight and trying to get rid of his dad and the guy, the foreigner who's like killing animals.
Or whatever. Played by Russell Crowe.
And so So this is another thing. Like you are wasting. If this is like the whole thing is true, then you're wasting a good cast and good crew. Because now, like, you could have had a good Kraven the Hunter origin movie set in the MCU with just him being a game hunter but being hunted by his dad and his brother. You know, you
Okay.
kind of have a really good cat and mouse movie and then you having the whole Calypso and Craven romance, and Calypso blessing Craven with enhanced abilities, you know, and then the end of the movie is like Spider-Man in New York, and he's like, I have a new. Now he's like, oh, that's a challenge. Let me go, you know, get that.
Yeah.
That would've
It just sucks. A lot of it just sucks. But hey, going over to the world of gaming for a little bit. So, I know this is controversial, but Marvel's Avengers is still alive and kicking a little bit, kind of.
Oh, I thought that company went bankrupt. Oh.
No, so they just
Oh.
announced that Jane
Mhm.
Foster's Mighty Thor will now
What
be
is
a
that?
new hero, and she's coming to the game next
Anthony.
week.
Is this
What
the
is that?
is this the Venture?
So-
Sure.
Yeah, so they
Whatever.
announced that Jane Foster will. Well, actually, let me pull
Woke.
up the. Well, actually, we'll watch this little video first, and then I'll pull up the because they had like a blog post highlighting some of her outfits and some of her like design stuff.
Maybe I
So,
should try to play this game again.
I mean, I'm gonna re-download it for PS5 and check it out again. So we'll see.
Yeah.
This is the trailer they put out for the story. Oh, was there audio? I can't tell.
No,
Oh,
I didn't
there
hear
we go.
anything.
All right, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
In my timeline, Asgard has fallen. The gods said the end of days would cast the 10 realms into ice and darkness. Instead, it was fire and blood. Odinson never returned from Earth, and without his son to protect Asgard from outside influence, the All-Father went mad. Mjolnir chose me to take up the mantle, but it was too late. Odin had locked the All-Mother away and declared those loyal to her as his enemy. And if he had to destroy Asgard to root out rebellion, so be it. I was used to fighting battles. I was used
Yeah,
to facing down darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
This,
she's from a different universe apparently.
even I had to admit, I needed help. So, I made a deal with the last person in the 10 realms I would ever turn to.
Loki.
My father always said, if a man can't smile without making you uneasy, that man is rotten to the core. But sometimes you have to make compromises, and compromises have a price. I didn't want to pay, but you can't trick the god of mischief. Well, I guess that's one way to do it. Avengers, follow me!
I say that's the only true Miss Marvel, not the one we get on Disney Plus.
Wow.
Oh, quit hating.
Come on.
I don't.
So
I don't
yeah,
watch
she's
it.
gonna be playable on June 28th. So interesting storyline that she comes from a different universe. She's not like the Jane from this world. She's
That's ass.
huh?
He said it's
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause, I mean, it should be the Jane from not the dance. Whatever.
So I'm looking here. So they got their blog post. I mean, is anybody still playing this game though? Like honestly,
I haven't
like
played since the Black Panther thing.
you haven't even
I
checked out the
haven't.
Spider-Man DLC.
My
No, I haven't
kids
played that.
still play sometimes, but I haven't played in over
How about you give it to the
6,
Spider-Man
7 months.
game?
I liked Ultimate Alliance better.
Oh, that game is
Even though-
amazing. They should do
So
another
here's
Even
the
though
look
they-
at her. This is how she looks. This is her main iconic outfit. How do you guys like this character design for her? At least
Oh,
in
she
this
get
outfit.
a. She. It's average. Average.
She looks good. Anthony knows she look good.
Yeah, it's fine.
So
like
here's
the
some of
one
her
on
other
MCU
outfits that you'll be able to get. There's the Mighty
the
outfit, which I
MCU
love that one. That one
Mighty.
looks great.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then there's the Valkyrie outfit.
I don't really like that.
And then there's the Lotus outfit.
Oh
What the-
God, what the heck?
What?
What?
That
This
looks
is like
weird.
Joss Whedon type stuff. That's
Well,
Joss
remember,
Yeah.
these are based on the comics. So Jason Aaron comics, the original Mighty
Yeah.
Thor comic, when she became a Valkyrie after she died in the comics, and then the original Jane Foster Thor, where she was called Lotus in that What If comic.
Oh my god, that looks weird.
Yeah, showing some of her cheeks in there.
That'll be Natalie Portman in the next movie. What?
I don't know. Like, I'll probably download the game again and check her out. You know.
Oh my
you
God.
know,
Oh my
What,
God,
Kaden?
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
what?
Tony.
No,
She can hit me with her hair. Oh,
no,
God.
but hold on.
I mean, if you look at, look, Natalie Portman looks beautiful in that movie. That's like,
This has to be shared. This isn't.
What is this?
What?
J.K. Rowling has fallen victim to a hoax where she was tricked into believing she was
Oh God.
having a Zoom call with the Ukraine president Volodymyr Zelensky.
Was she on? She was on something, right? There's nowhere.
Hey, what's up, Isaac? Multiverse movies. Yeah,
Isaac.
what's up? That's crazy, man. This is why you always have to be careful where you're logging
She
in on.
thought she was talking to the. Oh my
Also,
God.
Isaac also brought coffee machine too, RJ.
Oh, what's up, coffee machine?
This is just funny. I saw it like just because someone just posted. I was like, let me look at this. It's oh my God.
That's crazy.
Is everybody making fun of it? Like, Jake
yeah.
needs to sit. Jake
Well,
needs to sell the.
staying on the
franchise.
Thor. Well, let's jump to let's jump to Deadpool 3 real quick.
Yay.
So,
You
not
mean the
much to say.
masterpiece?
Not much to say here, but the writers Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese basically said, Deadpool 3, it's coming. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity for a fish out of water story. Deadpool's a lunatic at the center of the movie. Drop a lunatic into a sane world, straight butter. It's going to be really fun. Talk about Morbius, saying that they haven't seen Morbius in the memes, but it's on their radar now.
They're lying.
So-
They're lying. They're so lying.
They're probably going to make some Morbius jokes, but Deadpool 3, it's coming.
I'm
It's
sick.
shooting this year, right? It's shooting this year, right?
Probably next year.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's in
Late this year,
pre-production
early
right now.
next year. Like
what about Blade?
December. Like the earliest
Oh,
of
we've
this
got
year is
Blade
November.
news. Blade
Oh.
starts filming July 4th.
Yeah, Blade's
Yeah.
going to be filming next month, so we'll get some
Mhm.
updates
Blade
on
should
that
now cost
In 2
hopefully.
weeks.
200 million to make.
In 2 weeks, guys.
Yes, and we got a new casting, but I'm sure we'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh, we did? I didn't hear about
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
you didn't see that? Oh,
No, I did not. No, I did
I
not.
forgot you're not in a Max group
we
chat.
just
Yeah,
dropped
put
a
it
few.
earlier,
Yeah, here,
Yeah,
I'll
you
put-
guys can be back, by the way. I can go back in there. It's fine. I'll get
Oh,
back
yeah.
in there later. But yeah, Deadpool 3, it's coming. Hopefully, some updates. I mean, what kind of I guess would you guys like it to be? Do you like the idea of it being a fish out of water story where Deadpool's in a world he doesn't know?
Well, I mean, he has the time travel device from Deadpool 2, right? That Cable gave him. So it makes sense he will be in the MCU now and install it. So, yeah, I mean, I'll be happy. Like, I want to see him in the MCU because Fox don't have the budget to put him with the other X-Men. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there should hopefully be some really cool things with that. We'll see what goes on with that. You know,
MCU cameos, I hope.
sticking to the
I'm
Thor
excited
conversation
to see,
really
this
quick.
fish out of the water story.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So sticking to the Thor conversation, Taika Waititi says he loves trolling fans.
Mhm.
Yeah, he does. I see it throughout, and people think he's being serious. But like the thing is, people. Oh my God, people for some reason don't like Taika Waititi. Don't know why.
People seem to really give him a
They
hard
released
time.
what? I don't hate him. I just like that clip they show on Jimmy Fallon today. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, people are hating on the Thor clips that have been dropping online from the talk show. So you were saying this movie looks like garbage, looks like trash, it's not funny.
They don't know how to use the volume. I was like, I mean, it's like the first time Marvel's using it. So no.
I think people are being a little too critical on the movie. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I think it's
Hey.
People just don't like
amazing into the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, like people just like really give Taika a hard time and act like he's not a good director.
There's a new movie with Michael Fassbender.
He's a really good director.
And they even like, because we've talked about it before, he didn't write Thor Ragnarok, but they also don't pay attention to how he does infuse humor in things, but he's also making a bigger statement and a very intellectual conversations happening about things that are happening with his in his movies, and all they see is joke, and they miss the bigger arching themes that are behind a lot of this story.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if you're not
Like,
really
the thing
paying
is,
attention to what he's saying, you're, you know, then
Yeah.
then maybe you're not.
The whole
right?
point of Ragnarok was that Thor was being this like serious goofball, that he took everything seriously. He took like everything 100% seriously. Ragnarok taught him that you can have fun in your life.
Yeah, and also about like, what does it mean, you know, about nationalism too? Even
Right,
what does Asgard represent in the opulence, and while you have other
Right.
people that are suffering.
But people only were like, "Huh, he's making jokes. That's bad."
Yeah,
Yeah.
no offense, people need to get the stick out of their ass. Okay, like sometimes it's okay to just have fun. You know, like not everything needs to be uber serious and dramatic and shit. Like it's okay to have a movie where you're just having fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're taking the piss out of stuff, but like those serious moments, like there are serious moments in Thor Ragnarok, and they don't make jokes out of those moments. They let it hang there, and they let it set there, and then people are like, the thing that I hate the most is when Korg at the very end was like he belittles Asgard. But the whole point was that it's not about Asgard. It's about
people. It's about
like,
the people. Like home is not a location. Home is where your people are.
Didn't Big Screen Leaks say that they cast 2 major actors?
Yes, we'll get to that in a little bit too. But real quick, Tim and Coffee Machine, you guys are absolutely on point. If you guys have not seen Jojo Rabbit, it's an amazing movie. Like, and it balances comedy and drama so well. I think it's one of Taika's best movies. Jojo Rabbit's phenomenal.
Well, the thing is, I think Jojo Rabbit is one of his best movies is because he actually was there from day one of creative. You know, because with Ragnarok, he was brought in to make a new trilogy for Thor, because they saw that the Dark World wasn't what people wanted anymore. You know, they needed a new story arc for him.
Right. So this is what he said on the Stephen Colbert Show. He said, "I like to listen to the fans and then troll the fans back a bit because it brings me some bit of joy. I don't have many joys in my life. I have my kids and trolling fans. But I like where, you know, they say when I did Ragnarok, there were a few people who didn't know what I did, what I had done before. And they said, he's going to ruin Thor. And I would write back, oh, I'm going to ruin it, all right, 100%. I'm going to ruin it for you. And I would say things like, you don't know what you wanted until I give it to you. I know it's rude, but it's true." Yeah, didn't he put out a tweet saying like somebody said like he's gonna ruin our childhood? He says you're gonna ruin Star Wars. He's like, yep, I'm gonna ruin all your childhoods.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He's like, I'm gonna ruin your childhood.
He should ruin Star Wars.
And people get so butthurt about what he says.
I say, Taika Waititi, you can do whatever you want, and let the people on the Twitter piss about it, and live in their head rent free.
Taiga's gonna direct the Young Avengers. There you go, so it could trigger some people.
Oh, I'm pretty sure this reviews have already been made. Like, oh my god, Taika hates the fans. Taika loves like being a jerk. Taika doesn't respect his audience. I'm sure those sticks are coming.
Yeah,
they're coming.
Speaking of not respecting fans, I have major issues with people. I don't respect any Marvel fan who's not watching Miss Marvel right now.
Yeah.
I'm being joking, but
Yeah.
apparently the show, according to Samba TV, is getting the lowest viewership out of any of
Unreliable
the Marvel
sources.
TV shows. Only 775,000 U.S. households watched the premiere episodes in 5 days of being on Disney Plus, and it is pretty low compared to everything else. Loki,
That
of
is
course, being the highest.
Of course, because Tom Hiddleston. I mean, it's because of Obi-Wan.
Please give the show a chance, guys. Please watch it. It's good. I promise it's really good.
It's because of Obi-Wan, obviously.
I hope. Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping now that Obi-Wan's over. People, I have not watched episode 3 yet. I'm gonna watch it tonight. But please watch the show and give it a chance. Please. Like, start binging it now and get caught up. It's so good. It's a really good show.
That's what I'm waiting on.
But let me ask you guys, why do you guys think that it's gotten the lowest viewership according to Samba TV? Was it just because of Obi-Wan, or you think it's because it doesn't seem like it appeals to people?
I think it was Obi-Wan. I also think it was because people, I think certain people that have a stick up their ass, that feel bad of the Disney Plus Marvel stuff, start watching them. But like, not every show is the same. Every show is different. The only shows that were the same that had like Brad Whitburn as the producer, like, and that was WandaVision and Loki.
Yeah, and I'm glad Microphonic Teases are definitely supporting Amon up here in Canada. Yeah, Amon's great in the show. I think she's wonderful.
She should take over Kevin Feige's job.
Yeah, I can't believe that this is Amon's, like, as Caden pointed out, I cannot believe this is Amon's first acting role. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
she's so good.
Straight out of high school, right? I believe.
Yeah, straight out of high school.
She found out that she was Miss Marvel when she graduated.
But Ashley, let me ask you this, because you're loving the show, right? I know you said episode 3 was really good. I haven't watched it yet, but
I really, and like in episode 3, like when we're just talking about her being so young and this being her first role, like, I'm not giving anything away, but like there's something very end, and like you buy the emotion in that moment with her when she just feels like she doesn't know what to do and she feels alone in the situation. I mean, you buy it, I think she has all the charisma, the talent, the energy. I believe that she is Ms. Marvel. I feel like that they did a great job casting her. And going back to like, why do I think that people aren't really watching? I think it's a combination of 3 things. Obi-Wan, 1. Then 2, you've got the people who are just kind of like got the stick up their butts, like Caden said, and the people that are, Christians against Miss Marvel and things like that, and these groups that aren't really going to give it a chance. And then thirdly, I think you also have like Marvel fans and MCU fans who might think that this is not for them, that this is for like a younger audience, that maybe that this is skewing a little bit younger for them, and so they're not giving it a chance. And a lot of those casual fans as well, they think, oh, I think I can skip out on this one because it seems like it's for young girls. So I think it's a combination of those 3 things why maybe it's got those lower ratings. But hopefully once going into next week, eventually those numbers will go up, and maybe when it all and maybe once every episode's available, it'll go up in the sense that you got all the episodes and people are going to binge it in word of mouth, and it'll gain popularity there. But I think it's those 3 things together.
Also, I think people think it may not make it doesn't. They don't need it to see the Marvels.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you would need to know because of the whole connection between Kamala and Carol and Monica would be. Because if you watch episodes, especially this episode 3, there's a lot of things hinting towards how Kamala and Carol will interact.
And even the bigger implications for the MCU moving forward, and you get into episode 3, and like you really, really understand so many different things in like the themes that are happening in the MCU just from episode 3, from what we've seen, So please watch it, guys. Give it a chance. Give it a shot. Watch the first episode. You got two great guys who are behind this film. Behind the show. I mean, they're directing Batgirl. They did Bad Boys 3. They directed the first 2 episodes here. They're the
They also
showrunners for
directed
the
some
show.
of Moon Knight. They directed Moon Knight.
They did.
They directed an episode of Moon Knight.
Which episode was that?
I think they directed the finale.
Did
Really?
they direct the finale?
I think
No,
so.
I don't think they did. No.
I didn't
Or
think-
they
think they
directed
did.
like the episode before the finale.
I thought that they were just executive producers.
Episode 4. I mean 5.
Hold on, let me see.
I mean, it's
I know that
Obi-Wan
they-
and maybe like. I mean, people are like doesn't like to change the.
Oh wait,
shit,
no,
like,
never
Inhuman.
mind. But they did show up in episode 6. They had a
Oh,
cameo.
okay.
That's why I thought they were in it.
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
And people's upset that she's not Inhuman, but like at the same time, it's like, I mean, what you can do? I mean, look, the show was terrible. It's pro-model fault that the movie never got made. So I mean, you could be mad all you want about Kevin Feige not making her Inhuman. It's not really his fault.
Yeah, I was like, well,
It's
maybe
not.
still, but yeah, definitely no, yeah. But it's really cool what they're doing with it, even though there are changes and they're taking liberty.
I saw the
It
clip
worked.
they put out. I saw the clip they put out
You
with the
can wa-
wedding. I was like, oh,
Anthony,
that's
have you
funny.
not watched it yet?
No.
Watch the first episode, Anthony. Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Man, I don't.
Go watch it, Anthony. Go watch it.
Really?
I mean, people said it's like similar to Spider-Man: Homecoming. I was like,
It kind of is.
Kind of is, but I think
It
it
is.
carved its own unique
Okay, speaking of
identity.
Spider-Man though, Matt Lentz, who plays Bruno, was in the running to play Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
oh,
you talked
thank
about
God
that,
he
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
Thank God he didn't.
I like him.
Yeah, he's
I
good.
like
He's good in the
Bruno.
show.
I prefer Tom.
I mean, I prefer Tom too, but I
Well,
like.
yeah, of course.
I like him.
but
I like him in the MCU. Like I'm.
Maybe he
excited.
could play Harry in the MCU. Oh
No,
no,
he's Bruno now.
already
He's
Bruno.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. Damn it. Well, yeah.
And Bruno is awesome. I like Bruno.
Yeah. So
Bruno
looking at
Mars.
Big Screen Leaks' Twitter account, 'cause you guys asked me to look at it real quick. Scrolling through. We'll talk about the Thor: Love and Thunder stuff in a minute to wrap up the show. So this is what you guys talking about? Milan
Yes.
Reyes from Cast and Blade.
You have to
Yeah.
click the article.
And so talk about
Who is
that.
she playing? Do we know?
Shit, Blade
Well,
daughter.
there was a casting call that I recognized that she may be, which again, Ruby is not her, probably not the character name at all, but
Mhm.
it's Ruby, African American female, 15-year-old girl, submitting ages, but she's thoughtful, serious, and burdened by growing up in a complex world.
Sound like Blade daughter.
And it sounds like Ruby was put in the world without her knowing how complex it is, and she has to deal with it, and Blade helps her. So
She's like the fish out of water, maybe.
Yeah, she's like, so what if she's an exiled vampire, and Blade
very
sees himself in her.
So it's basically Blade daughter. That's what she's playing.
Can you let me talk, Anthony? I was gonna
Okay.
get to that. Jeez.
Damn, Cade.
So what
Bring
if
it
she's an exiled vampire and Blade sees himself in her? So he helps her out, only to find out that it's his daughter.
Did they ever even introduce Blade's daughter in the comics?
They were going to, but they canceled the comic before they could.
So what was the point? What was the that doesn't? So you cancel the comics. You never. What?
That
How's
doesn't mean
that-
there won't be something new coming, like a
I
revamp.
mean, I'm not surprised they introduced her there. I mean,
especially to
Well, they-
match what the
Supposedly
MCU.
also Bloodstone being Werewolf by Night, Caleb. So
Yeah.
she does make a cameo in there too. Yeah.
So, real quick too, Big Screen Leaks is now saying that Lena Headey is no longer in Thor: Love and Thunder. So,
What?
They added him
Lena
out.
Headey is not in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, that
So they added
sucks.
him
She was rumored to be in the movie a while ago, but apparently she's not in the
Yeah.
film. So, but this is the big one, and it's got everyone talking. If I can get back to it, this is what you guys were talking
I like
about.
Hawkeye,
I can
damn.
find it. Where is it? just had it.
He's a hockey player, I
Oh,
guess.
here we go. Just got word an actor who's in a very popular show will be making their MCU debut soon. They are not from Stranger Things.
I mean,
This could literally mean anybody. Like, there's like a million bajillion popular shows. Like, this really does not
The
narrow
Boys?
the list
The
whatsoever.
Boys?
Read his replies and stuff. Then you have an idea.
Yeah.
You can.
This year, yep. Come on, Sharon. By the seem like this year, yep. Were they nominated for an Oscar? Non-Oscar, but they were nominated for and won another big award recently. If I say that's too easy,
The Barry actor?
I would love Bill Hader. I love Bill Hader.
I see that there's one comment that's not there, but not there anymore.
okay.
But the
I
basically
got nothing from that.
Right.
the consensus is that it's a very popular show. It's on a streaming platform, and if he says a streaming platform, it's gonna give it away. Which
Ted
popular?
Lasso.
Yeah. So it's a person from Ted Lasso.
You think it's Ted Lasso?
Yeah, Ted Lasso. It has to
Based
be.
You
off
think
of
they're
that
gonna
one
put him
award.
in like after like what he? Oh, that's.
Could it be Jason Sudeikis?
I don't think it's Jason Sudeikis, but what if it's like someone else? If it's Brett
Ooh.
Goldstein?
Who would you even be playing though?
Depends on which movie he's in.
Because we're talking to like he's saying we're gonna find out very soon, right?
Which
Supposedly.
very soon can mean Thor: Love and Thunder and
could mean
She-Hulk.
Thor, could mean like She-Hulk, could mean
Yeah, the one comment that he says it's so soon that he can't say anything. So it's obviously going to be Thor or She-Hulk.
It could be Jason Sudeikis. If
It
it's
could
one
be,
of
but I
those.
think it's
Could
more
be.
so. Yeah, maybe, but we'll see. It's Jason Sudeikis or Brett Goldstein, probably Thor. Since it's.
So
since he
who
said
was
so
it playing
soon.
Thor? That is like.
If it's Jason
Hercules?
Sudeikis, I can see him voicing Beta Ray Bill. If it's Brett Goldstein, it could mean Beta Ray Bill or Hercules.
Hercules, yeah. But Hercules strong though, so that would be weird to see him play Hercules.
Well, if it's not I'm not talking about Jason Sudeikis as Hercules. I'm saying Brett Goldstein.
Yeah, bro, yeah, for sure. I mean, Ted Lasso is the only show that I could think of that won a lot of awards and nominated for Oscar.
Yeah.
So, because The
I don't
Boys
know.
is not.
There's a lot of questions with that.
Probably
We'll
my
see
next
though.
one for
We
now.
will see.
Yeah, I'm
I
going
mean,
over the cast of Ted Lasso right now. I'm like,
the next Saga, Secret Wars, Beyonder will be played by Jason Sudeikis.
Oh my gosh.
I think the Beyonder will be played by Jonathan Majors.
No, he should be played by Kevin Conroy now.
Speaking of what's coming in the future, we got 2 more stories, and then we'll get into Thor, and then wrap things up. San Diego Comic-Con's coming up, and while Marvel officially have a panel, right?
Still
at least as far
relevant?
as we know, there are some posters around the convention center that may be teasing some things coming from Marvel.
Well, no, actually, they do have a panel.
It'll probably just be like
Wait, they have a panel?
Yeah, did you not see
Because
the
one
article
because
that
One Take
both-
News said that they wouldn't be attending.
I know.
Well, not no longer. Yeah, they're attending.
Okay, well, let's read this. Marvel make a grand return to the popular event. CDCC blog on Earth Editors Marvel Studios could be making some type of announcement this year's Comic-Con. The outlet shared an official banner featuring She-Hulk attorney at law, which is part around the gas lamp in San Diego. So, here's my speculation. Okay? We don't know exactly for sure if they're in a panel. Here's my prediction, though. Oh, wait, what's going on? Deadline?
Yeah. So Deadline says here, 2 very opposite. Like it was basically talking about
Yeah, we'll get to that article in a second because that's
but-
my next story.
But
yeah.
here is which they're like 2 very Marvel will be at the upcoming San
Okay,
Diego
so
Comic-Con.
Deadline is now saying that they will be at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me read the other article then, because that ties into both, and then we can kind of combine both because they kind of tie in.
Is Feige going to be there?
Well, we'll get to that in a second because Feige talked to Total Film as he was promoting Thor: Love and Thunder, and he revealed something pretty big. That we are going to hear about Marvel's next big saga in the coming months. So the next chapter of the MCU is very close to being revealed. So it says Marvel fans love thinking ahead. Marvel Studios loves encouraging them with breadcrumbs. For the moment, however, Marvel Phase 4 isn't quite leading to a big endgame the same way Phases 1 through 3's Infinity Saga was punctuated by Thanos' pursuit of the Infinity Stones. But Feige has a plan, he always does. And this is what he said. As we're nearing the end of... Okay, he teased that some answers are coming sooner rather than later. As we're nearing the end of Phase 4, I think some people will start to see where this next saga is going. I think there have been many clues already that there are at least apparent to me of where this whole saga is going. But we'll be a little more direct about that in the coming months to set a plan so audiences who want to see the bigger picture can see a tiny bit more of the roadmap. So, basically, in the coming months, Feige has revealed that they're going to reveal more about the plan going forward and show you guys the roadmap for what they're building to next. So,
Phase 5.
well, end of Phase 4, the couple movies we haven't heard about and the couple shows we haven't heard about yet that haven't been officially announced, and probably the beginning of Phase 5, yes. So, Ashley, let me jump to you first. What does that say to you? Because to me, this says, when he's talking about the coming months, I think it means two things. I think, one, Thor: Love and Thunder will have a big tease about the future, potentially. And two, they are going to announce a lot at D23.
Yeah, I agree. I think that from things that we've seen in Moon Knight and the things that are happening in even in Ms. Marvel, those things are becoming very, very clear, even like the little breadcrumbs that we had in Shang-Chi. I think that we're going to get the bigger picture here, especially we're going to get our first big tease really in Thor Love and Thunder. But I think that like when it comes to Comic-Con, it's going to be like a She-Hulk type of thing. It's not going to be anything really big, but at D23 we're going to get a lot more announcements there. So I think that's what in the next coming months, I think that he's talking about in September is when we're going to get a lot more information about the future of the MCU moving forward.
Right.
And I'm really starting to believe it's not what people think it is.
What do you mean in regards to that?
I mean, like, eventually, I don't like where everybody's like, oh, Secret Wars. The things that I'm starting to see, it doesn't feel like Secret Wars to me yet.
Okay.
Maybe after Doctor Strange 3, maybe. It just, like, all of this stuff with all these different gods and stuff, it really doesn't feel like Secret Wars at all to me. You just have to see episode 3 of Ms. Marvel, RJ. Just know what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, I gotta watch it then. I gotta watch it. I did hear that episode 3 of Ms. Marvel was kind of teasing some connections to other stuff going on, so that will be interesting. But Caden, as you brought up, they will be attending San Diego Comic-Con, it seems, but they're gonna hold everything back for D23. Right.
I think what's gonna happen is this. Is that they're gonna promote everything this year and a little bit of stuff from next year at San Diego Comic-Con, and maybe announce like one or two things, like just like a title, and then like one movie and one show, and then at Disney Plus they'll have additional information for that show that they announced and announce a couple other shows, and I think those shows will be titles as well, just titles and probably character. And then at D23 they'll have like full-on announcements for like a lot of things, like there'll be like a bunch of the movie announcements and more details on the Disney Plus shows that they announced on like,
yeah.
I think we'll have another Marvel announcement this week.
I think that if we're gonna get any film announcements at Comic-Con, like it might be like a date for Blade. That might be just it.
Yeah. Or like a confirmation, like Thunderbolts. You know, like Thunderbolts is like they'll give us the title card for Thunderbolts, and then be like more information at D23. like I'm sure by D23 they'll have the actual like some of the cast ready for the summer coming.
Right.
I think
So
John has a good question. Not till
yeah,
think
John.
D23
If I were, if I was a betting man, John, I think that D23 will be the moment they finally unveil the director and the cast of Fantastic
The
Four.
question is,
Yeah.
why they haven't showed John Krasinski as Reed Richards yet? That is weird.
That's my
That
thing.
is
That is
really
weird.
I
That
think
is
it's
weird.
because maybe they don't want to put him forefront as Reed Richards and like get that
I
in the
mean-
minds of everyone. Is what I'm thinking, really, because
What if
now
he
the
signed
film
a
is
contract?
on. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I
Because he has
really.
Anson Mount
I
as
guess
Black
I'm
Bolt.
working under the faith that he is not going to be Reed Richards, the main, and I hope he's not. I don't really, I don't think he's going to be, unless he really, really wants to do it. I mean, I just don't think it's going to be him. That's why I don't think.
I don't know.
in the
I'd
marketing.
be shocked. I'll be honest.
They
I'd be
haven't
shocked if he's
promoted him in
not.
anything. They've been promoting Professor X, Captain Carter, and Black Bolt, and that's it. And no Reed Richards whatsoever. I was like, I mean, unless when he did the reshoots, because for Doctor Strange, he signed another contract with Marvel. So I don't know. It's weird.
I could
It's
be
very weird.
completely just like living in my bias because I don't want him to be the character.
You're just like, I don't want him.
But I really think that at this point, it's now it's on Disney Plus. So it's like I don't know why we're not seeing him anywhere. And to me, it feels like that they're not pushing it forward in the marketing because it was just like a flash in the pan, and they're going to be moving forward with the Fantastic Four, and they don't want to push him to the forefront right now. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, like I
No,
said, phase 4. Oh yeah, look.
Yeah, I don't mind
They gotta
saying.
announce that too. Yeah. So I mean, here's the thing. At the end of the day, right? Phase 4 has kind of been all over the place a little bit because we're reestablishing things, setting up new storylines.
The 2-year mix-up.
2-year mix-up too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Phase 4 is going to conclude with the Fantastic Four movie releasing summer 2023.
You think so?
Or sorry, summer 2024. I think summer 2024. We're gonna kick off the summer with Fantastic Four. It's the end of Phase 4. Then we're gonna jump into Phase 5, right?
Well, X-Men?
So I don't know. But here's my thing. I think at San Diego Comic-Con this year, this is my prediction. They're gonna talk about She-Hulk, Werewolf by Night, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. They're gonna talk about no, that'll be for D23, I think.
Damn.
I think that San Diego Comic-Con will focus on everything coming out this year. So all the Disney Plus stuff this year, and maybe one Blade announcement, like Ashley said, if it starts filming. That's it, though. D23 is September. They're going to go big. They're going to do a huge presentation. I think they announce and showcase everything that's next year and beyond.
Yes.
So we're talking Ant-Man. We're talking Guardians 3. We're talking the Marvels. We're talking... Oh, yeah. Actually, real quick. San Diego Comic-Con, I think they will showcase Black Panther 2. That'll be the big thing
they will.
But D23 will be everything next year. And I think that's when they announce the Fantastic Forecast. I think it's when they announce some of the Phase 5 movies, at least like the first half of it. But yeah, I think San Diego Comic-Con, pay attention to it. It'll be stuff for this year. And then next year and beyond, that'll be D23. Now, the biggest announcement I think D23 will have is the Fantastic Forecast. Anything else, I think, would just be extra. But I think for sure, I would be shocked if by D23 you don't know who your Fantastic Four are. I think for sure that's what's happening.
I'll be shocked if we don't see the full cast of it. And the director, whoever they got to direct it and stuff. So, yeah.
Because they could announce something with the mutants, too. I think D23, that might be when you hear about Deadpool 3 officially, too.
At least the premise of Deadpool 3. Yeah.
I think you even get a cast, maybe even a director of Deadpool 3. Potentially.
already have a
Sean
director.
Levy is directing Deadpool 3.
Who?
Sean Levy.
Oh, that's right, Sean Levy.
Sean Levy,
I forgot. Yeah, I
This is
forgot.
dope.
RJ.
Listen, there's a lot going on. It's a lot to keep up with.
It's a lot.
People
Yeah, I
also
mean,
forgot about how, because today people were like, oh, I don't know if Hayden Christensen's gonna be Ahsoka, but like people forgot that the Hollywood Reporter said that he would be.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys have any predictions for what you think could be announced this year at either San Diego Comic-Con or D23?
I mean, D23, they'll probably announce Charlie Cox and Kingpin for Echo, which they should. And maybe the Fantastic Four cast. Maybe X-Men movie, maybe the New Mutant movie. It's weird they're not calling the X-Men, but it's whatever. And maybe the Young Avengers. I want to see the Young Avengers.
Yeah,
Disney
Young Avengers,
Plus.
actually, that's a great point, Anthony. Young Avengers definitely could be something they announce either at San Diego Comic-Con or D23.
Yeah, well, whatever. I would like to see that.
I think that we'll like.
And Jessica Jones.
I agree with everything that Anthony said when it comes to mutants. I think that after we get that, just to say, give us a little bit of information, in a target release date for that. No director or anything attached with that. I don't think that, unless it moves a lot farther along in September. But what I think is once we get to Deadpool 3, then everything with mutants after that will start to shape up after he's introduced. I think that's just, to me, I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like we're going to get Deadpool 3 first. Some information that mutants are coming, kind of like we did with Blade, in the past. And then after we see Deadpool 3, then it'll be more of a targeted start getting the casting for a mutants project moving forward. Because I think that Deadpool is obviously going to be the first mutant, when it comes outside of, multiversal characters that'll probably be in the main timeline. I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to be introduced to Deadpool, and then through that, then we'll get more information about the mutants and how they're going to come into the MCU. And probably a lot more information about Secret Invasion. I can't wait to see that show. I'm really excited. I know, because it's like about, espionage and mistrust. I'm really excited, and hopefully we'll get some more information about that, because we know that's coming next year. So hopefully we'll have a teaser by then for that. Something quick, to look at outside that image that we saw of Samuel L. Jackson, without his eye patch. I think we'll get a little bit more information about that. And maybe some more information about the Marvels. Nothing visual outside of like photos and things like that, and a little bit more of like what are the new announcements for films to come. Of course we're going to hear about the Thunderbolts. We'll probably hear more information about Captain America 4.
Loki.
We know it's happening, but we don't really know what is. Well, absolutely, Loki season 2. They just started filming. When was that? What, last week was when they started? Or was it 2 weeks? They just started filming, so we might get a little snippet of that, I believe. So those are some things that I think that we're going to see. Obviously Thunderbolts, Captain America 4. I think they're going to give us a little bit more information about that, because at the end of Falcon the Winter Soldier, it was confirmed that it was in the works. But since then, we don't have a lot of information about the movie.
Who?
Yeah.
What
Captain America 4.
Oh, we don't know who's doing it. We don't know very much.
Yeah. I think that we're going to get all that information at D23 for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Caden, you got any predictions for what could be announced at either San Diego Comic-Con or D23? Anything you want to echo?
So, San Diego Comic-Con, I think they'll... honestly, I think at San Diego Comic-Con, they'll officially announce... Like, Marvel will officially announce Werewolf by Night special. Like, and have the cast. And come up. Maybe show a first look at Werewolf by Night, like of him, not like the movie, not the special, but just of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe even like reaching far enough. I think if they have a first look ready, they'll maybe a release date, and then for Disney Plus Day they'll have a trailer for him. And then other announcements for San Diego Comic-Con, I think they'll, like I said, I think they'll probably just be like, oh, Blade's coming, you know, that's the date for Blade, and have the Blade cast, you know, come up. Like, I think that's like the big announcements that they'll have at San Comic-Con, and I think they'll just have like some first looks at, you know, some of their like Black Panther, some more looks at She-Hulk, some look at Secret Invasion, and then for
Is there anything unexpected you think could happen?
an unexpected thing that can happen probably will be like a big, huge movie announcement, you know, like, or they can announce some of the Captain America 4 stuff,
West Coast Avengers.
or that, you know what, they can you know what they could do, which will be, they could announce Hawkeye season 2, and
That
Yeah.
doesn't exist. Oh my god, that show is
it'll be
terrible.
like Hawkeye West Coast, and then so it's just
Hawkeye West Coast.
That already terrible. What about White Vision? Where he's at?
I think that question will be answered in another series that was announced last week.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Daredevil?
Yeah. Information for that, obviously.
Yeah. And I think Wonder Man will be Disney Plus Day and D23.
Interesting. When is Disney Plus Day this year?
It's the
September.
week that Thursday or Friday before D23.
Oh man, yeah, there's a lot going on, dude.
Yeah, that weekend's huge.
Yeah, rest in peace to DC again.
I do think that West Coast Avengers is coming.
The movie or show?
The movie. I mean, I think that it's just going to be Avengers, but
It'll be a
rebranded.
show, honestly, because you
I
have
don't know because you have
Hawkeye with both Clint and Kate, and then you now have Wonder Man, and then you have White Vision.
But you also have Ant-Man, who they might put him in the West Coast Avengers.
Maybe.
I think that it'll be a maybe.
Well, you can. Okay, so if they're gonna really set up Young Avengers, then they're not gonna have Kate in the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah, I don't think that she would be in the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah, it will just be Clint, Wonder Man.
Will they really do West Coast Avengers though? Because wouldn't that be like a little too much going on? You know?
I don't think they'll just.
Okay.
I don't think they'll call it. I don't think like they'll
Yeah, I
call
don't think
themselves
they'll
West
do
Coast
it.
Avengers. I think that's what the project will be called. But I think they'll like have some other. They won't call like the Avengers didn't really call themselves the Avengers either. You know. So it's like it's more of just a group of heroes on the West Coast that were on the Avengers.
Oh, I will also hope they announce the whole Daredevil cast, Bullseye, maybe Karen Page and Foggy coming back, and that's it. And the villain for Daredevil.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Random question, but just really curious because I'm.
And maybe
curious
in
if you guys-
Spider-Man 4. In Spider-Man 4 too.
Let me ask you guys this real quick, just a random question. What is your guys' favorite movie ticket app? Do you guys prefer AMC, Fandango, or Atom Tickets?
I get my tickets through Fandango.
Yeah, I use Fandango.
I use AMC too sometimes. Yeah.
I was just curious because have you guys ever tried Atom Tickets before?
No, I haven't tried them.
Nope, never.
Just curious. Just was curious. So, yeah, like I said, some interesting stuff on the horizon for sure. Obviously, I'll be covering all that. San Diego Comic-Con, whenever it gets announced there.
We should
Definitely
live
D23 and Disney Plus Day. I mean, there's just a
Well,
lot going on.
will D23 be a live stream? Like
No, D23 they've never live streamed. It's only for the press.
Well, I know that there has been stream footage because I was on one.
Was there D23? Like
Yes.
I thought that they didn't stream
In
D23.
November of
D23 is one of those things where it's like Star Wars Celebration.
I mean, the one that I was a part of was live streamed. I mean, there were certain things that they wouldn't show that was for press only. But yeah,
like I think it's like this where D23 they like, especially like if it's like movies that's already been announced and already have like full cast, full productions done and everything, boom, they show those things. Like I'm sure The Little Mermaid will be public Pinocchio Pinocchio already has like trailers and stuff. Lion King 2, the prequel, will have stuff.
That's for Disney Plus, right? The prequel's
No,
for Disney.
it's theatrical.
Live action? What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's Barry Jenkins and Aaron Pierre and I'm
For
forgetting
Patty
one.
Jenkins?
Barry
No,
Jenkins.
Barry
yeah.
Jenkins.
Oh, Barry
Barry
Jenkins. I was like, whoa, Patty, okay. I was like, damn, okay.
Barry Jenkins is a good director.
I heard about him. He's decent. I watch him.
It's basically the story of Scar and Mufasa. But yeah, I think, and then
No Aladdin 2?
and Aladdin 2, I don't think it's happening.
God
They'll
damn.
announce the Hercules cast at D23. They'll what else did I see? There's Snow White. They'll show some stuff for Snow White there as well. I mean,
That's
this
a
is
theatrical movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is
and they'll have
Snow
stuff
White
for
again?
Disenchanted. They'll have stuff from Hocus
Gal
Pocus 2
Gadot?
at the Disney Plus Day and D23. I'm sure.
Okay.
It's just now I'm also kind of forgetting some of the theatrical Disney movies. But yeah, these next couple years are big years for Disney.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Hopefully Bob Chapek is removed. from
Yeah,
power.
get Papa
Businessman.
Iger to come back. Get Papa Iger to come back.
Who's
Well,
destroyed Disney World.
Right. So I guess to wrap things up, we'll go
Oh,
over some
Chapek.
Thor: Love and Thunder stuff. Clicking on the hashtag. We'll scroll through some things.
That green screen though, holy shit.
So the premiere is tonight. The premiere for Thor: Love and Thunder is tonight.
In embargo list right tonight, correct?
The social media embargo lifts tonight.
okay.
Yes, yeah, social media embargo lifts tonight.
It's gonna get an
and
A plus.
The reviews, so not reviews, but the social media reactions, like basically people saying what they thought of the movie immediately after getting out of the theater, will be later tonight once the premiere is over.
I'm so excited.
So we will look at. Let me see if I can find it. Let's go to Marvel Studios. There was one final trailer that released today. So we'll take a look at the final trailer for the movie. So this is the final trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder.
There's the maniac who seeks to end us all. And putting together the greatest team ever.
Are you packed?
How many things?
We've got Korg.
He's my best friend.
There's my ex-girlfriend Jane. Valkyrie.
This is the best day of my life.
The Guardians.
And giant goats.
Look at
Why the
those.
goats
They
are
are
screaming?
wonderful.
What
Yes,
the
they
fuck?
are. They also scream.
What do you guys
I love that.
You said this would be a relaxing holiday.
That's really cool.
I said it was
No
going to
way.
be like a relaxing holiday.
Oh my god.
Human handshake. It's the Asgardian shake. Into the snake.
Yo, they
You
hate
cannot
each other,
trust.
man.
Shh. Really dragging this out and finish the classic Asgardian high one.
In theaters July 8th. Tickets on
Favorite
sale
people
There
now.
are-
might
Yeah,
be something
fuck it.
there.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
That's funny. But
So what do
why
you guys
the
think of that
goats are
final trailer?
screaming?
Huh?
Why the goats are screaming? That is so weird.
I don't know, man. I don't know why the goats
That
scream.
That is weird.
That was the
I've
best
never
part.
heard a goat
That was
scream in my life.
So
You never heard
funny.
a goat scream?
No, not like that. I've never. That's funny. I know people was complaining like, oh look, the terrible CGI. They don't know how to use the volume. Marvel downfall. And I saw somebody returning the tickets online. I was like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not gonna watch the movie,
More
where the
seat for
fuck you
me.
purchase the ticket? So like come on.
Jack
It looks
Kirby would
cool.
love this. Yeah, I mean, I love seeing the Celestials too. That was really interesting. The Celestials. In
They
that-
look
that
different.
Building. Yeah, they're definitely smaller, but maybe they shrunk down. I don't know. They're celestial beings. So, I mean, anything could happen.
Yeah, that's I like.
Well,
I like.
it's oh, hold on. Those two celestials are Tefrol, the tester, and I mean not Tefrol, the tester. Zyron, the tester, and Tefrol. I forget what Tefrol's title is.
Mm-hmm.
Are they using the Shadow Realm?
The Tefrol's the Surveyor. So yeah, that's really cool that they're like expanding the other celestials out to more as well.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting, actually, for sure.
So Gore, I mean, like Gore is using the Shadow Realm in this movie.
And the Shadow Realm is created by Null.
You see, but then again, Sony.
Well, the thing is, Sony doesn't own the rights to Null.
Oh well.
Marvel
But
does.
Oh.
Since he was
That's
created
cool.
So
after.
it's going to be in the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
But will we see him though?
I don't know, because there's other creatures in the Shadow Realm as well. There's Ka, there's Mr. E, there's a bunch of other little creatures in the Shadow Realm.
Did you all see where it is classified as a detective thriller rom-com? It's amazing.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
Oh, right, because he is looking into why are all these gods dying.
And I wonder if like Gore is like he's the
And you
bad
did
guy,
see
so would
Gold
it be not
Liquid.
the actual villain? Like there's someone
Yeah.
even more corrupt than he is in this film. That it's the cause of why he did
He
this.
died.
True villain of the movie.
You think the key could come Christian Bale, or he dies?
I think he'll have like a redemption near the end, but then sacrifice himself for like the better cause.
That's certainly possible, yeah.
Marvel need to stop. Like, just keep the movie for extra villain at least. Like,
Yeah.
this is, I don't like you wasting a talented actor. I mean, I get he's busy with his schedule of movies, but like, come on. That's what I mean. I hope they keep him alive. I want to see more of Bro in the MCU. I like his sword. His sword looks cool, and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that Gore's a good villain. I hope he's a good character. I'm hopeful that he can, live up to expectations. I know people are really looking forward to seeing that character and seeing what he does and stuff.
Wait, RJ, this film is gonna shut all the haters up when it comes to Thor.
I mean, you would hope so. You'd hope so. I mean, we'll see. I guess,
Well, people on Twitter complain a lot, so
yeah,
that's what they love to do.
And then like at the day after it comes out, they're all gonna say it's the greatest MCU movie of all time. That's what'll happen.
Okay, and this is just announced too. Chris Hemsworth will be at the premiere tonight, but he will also be on Jimmy Fallon to promote the movie.
Yeah, that's
I know everyone loves Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon's like the most lovable host. I mean, no one hates Jimmy Fallon.
I don't hate him.
Well, Jimmy Fallon is Disney.
Yeah.
So
I may have just saw something I'm not supposed to see.
What?
I'm not going to scroll down, but if you saw for a brief second, I think someone just spoiled that they're in the movie.
What?
Well, no, we know that person.
Oh, yeah,
we know that person was in the movie.
Right here.
We know that person in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that person.
I just say I don't want to scroll down because it could be a spoiler in case people don't want to know.
I'll say that she wasn't. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
Of like 2 years ago.
But some people might not know. Some people might not know.
People know because she's on the posters, names on the poster. I mean, you have her in the right corner of your.
Oh well. I'm not good at this.
There's no way of hiding it.
All right. Potential spoiler alert. Jamie Alexander posted this on Instagram saying, "Guess who?" So I don't know. Maybe she's in the movie. Maybe
well,
not.
that necklace.
Yeah.
Is Sif's necklace, I believe.
Sif.
Oh, and here you go. Tessa Thompson taking over production. Here you go. There you go, Anthony. It's the goats.
Oh, come on. They were fake?
No, they're practical goats.
What the fuck? I thought they were real goats. Man, come on, Disney.
No, they're real. What?
Their heads are real. They're real.
Their heads are
made out of real goats, so that their head is from real goats.
Their heads off.
They chopped their head off.
No.
Thor killed the goats. Oh my god!
How do you guys like the IMAX? This is the IMAX poster.
I like
Oh,
this
cool.
poster.
That could be
I
like
like
a screen lock for a phone. I like that.
I like it.
Could be a
You know what?
computer.
I'm gonna save it and do exact.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I am too.
What about Blade? Wesley Snipes said that Blade shouldn't be rated R.
Yeah, he did. He said Blade can be PG-13, which is what I've been saying for the past 2 years, but nobody listens to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying that.
If
too.
Blade himself is saying that it can be PG-13 and be fine, then you know what?
I wish he
trust
would play
Wesley Snipes.
Whistler. I wish he played Whistler in the,
Sorry.
in the movie, but he's
Whistler Whistler was created for Blade movie. The Whistler isn't an actual Blade character. It was
not. But
created
he will be in this new one.
because the thing is about the Whistler is that he's not in the comics, he's based off of a character in the comics.
Yeah, but he will be in the movie though, right?
Not really if they're going to go with the actual character from the comics.
You see, that's bullshit. I hate that fucking Marvel again.
What?
Well,
No,
you're
it's
you're
fucking
raging,
whoever
bro. What's
created the
going
character
on?
for the movie because
What
they
is going on,
whitewashed
Anthony?
the character from the comics.
I
And
want actual
with
Whistler.
Whistler.
That's a cool character in the Blade movies. He was cool in the Blade movies. I don't want the actual guy based on it. What? Come on, Marvel. At least, whatever. I hope I hope Wesley Snipes played the villain. That would be cool.
They haven't even contacted Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, which is like,
Yeah.
really? Come on, Marvel. Stop being lazy. Do something. Give him a movie for a cameo. Something like that.
No, I think might give him like, the meter guy, the guy that reads the meter. or something.
Maybe next week on Marvel Mania we'll do like a Thor: Love and Thunder final prediction show, but I don't really know. There's really not much to predict. The only thing I really hope to see in the movies, I really hope we get a post-credit scene where we get to see Beta Ray Bill.
Loki. I want to see
No, Beta Ray
Loki.
Bill.
Oh
I wanna
god.
see Loki.
We're gonna see. I think we're gonna get a new character and then a returning, and then we get like returning.
All right.
characters.
Also, who wants to bet money that somebody who goes to the premiere tonight will spoil the movie?
Variety.
Variety's gonna spoil
Variety.
the movie again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
they're
watch
gonna
out
spoil
for
that
Variety.
Watch out, guys.
Again, they spoil Doctor Strange. So watch out.
They spoil them all. I mean,
They
it's what they
spoiled
do.
No Way Home. They spoiled Eternals.
They like the spoiler companies. Like, yeah, we just want the extra clicks and views, clicks in the article. So yeah, let's get.
Yeah.
It worked though
Well,
for
I mean-
Eternals. When they saw that Harry Styles had a cameo at the post credits, their tweets blew up, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was bad.
the only good post credit scene in Eternals was the Blade one, and that's it.
Yeah, most of you know is Blade.
Also, don't go across certain accounts right now because they're basically vaguely spoiling Thor right now.
Why?
What accounts?
I'm not gonna say
What
which
account?
accounts it is because so then you guys don't.
Is
get
it Mouth Culture your best friend?
No.
I want to know what account it is.
Yeah, I want to know too, so I can know when to avoid it.
Yeah, give him just the
Well,
account.
it's Noob Master 69.
That's not a
Legit.
real person.
That's not a real person. That's
No,
like a
it's
troll.
an actual account that's
Put
like.
the link in the chat.
Come on,
There's no way
Caden. That's not a real person.
Yeah.
That's not a real person, bro.
Oh gosh.
Come on, Noob Master 69. Come on now.
I knew you guys weren't gonna believe me when I said it.
All right. Also, real
Oh,
quick,
this is an actual account.
So, HMSL says the end of Phase 4 is going to be Fantastic Four, released on April 4, 2024. It's on Thursday, by the way. Interesting. I mean, yeah, I
I
can
don't
see that
think they have
potentially.
they don't have a date.
It's not an
yet.
official date, but I think he's speculating. Also, who's
Oh.
looking forward to I Am Groot next month?
Woohoo!
I
Two months from
know.
Does he talk? Does he actually talk?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Groot.
because
It's
I am
baby
Groot.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's retarded,
What?
Don't talk.
What?
bro.
He says I am
Oh
Groot.
my gosh, you
Kids
just said
out
the
here-
R word, Anthony.
You said the R word.
Damn, I'm sorry, cancel. I mean, I like the character in the Guardian movie.
Look at him. Look, he's just chilling.
Bro, he looked like he's next. He looked like he's chilling with Qui-Gon. Like we was in the desert, chilling. Like, yeah, come on. He's
It's
just
gonna
chilling.
be
man.
fun. You're gonna get all the episodes all in one. So
It's animated, right?
I don't think so. Well,
No, it said in the report. It said that they're gonna drop all of it all at once.
yeah, it's
Oh,
all.
that's
It's all the short.
finally. They should do that with every MCU show. Never mind.
I don't think I Am Groot isn't canon. I thought I Am Groot.
No,
is
James
canon.
Gunn
No,
is
it's
not a
not
part
canon.
of the project. He's not a part. He said.
Oh,
It's
so it's
not
not
canon.
canon. Oh.
James Gunn is a part of it. He's an executive
What?
producer. Those
For
Vin
some
Diesel.
what? Really? Oh, I don't know.
Hey, what's
that.
up, Max? Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it.
Max, go to sleep.
Oh my god.
So-
But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But the thing is, like, with She-Hulk and Andor is gonna overlap each other, which that's gonna be. They should release Marvel on Wednesdays and Star Wars on Friday. So that's just terrible. They need to update that. I don't know why they changed that for, like, just Wednesdays for Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much gonna. Oh yeah, make sure you hit the like button too, guys. It really helps out on both streams.
Hit it, subscribe. Break the
Also,
like button.
I'll plug it real quick. I know most of you guys are probably watching on Max's channel, but if you could, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my main channel. Put a link in the description. Subscribe. Max's chat. Oh, wrong one. I really would appreciate if you guys sub to the main channel because it really helps out, especially me as we grow the channel. I think we're at like 165 subs, 166. So let's get to 200 by end of the summer, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, is anything you guys want to say before we get out of here? Anything you want to promote? Anything you got going on?
I would like to promote Marvel, San Diego Comic-Con, D23, and Disney Plus Day. Looking for
Wait,
there.
Black Bolt Constable was CGI? I just saw that on
so,
Twitter.
yeah, Siege,
What?
Black Bolt and Fantastic and Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, no one. Trash.
Welcome to the modern world of CG. Ashley, got anything going on you want to tell people about?
Yes, hopefully later I'll have a video up and then Dot and Ash, if not tonight, tomorrow for sure. I've just not put anything up on my channel, but hopefully I'll have something up today, Marvel related, Miss Marvel reviews. I got to do 2 and 3. I'm gonna try to get those up actually first. That's gonna be the first thing that I'm gonna try to get up today.
Awesome. All right.
Watch Doctor Strange 2 on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
watch it. I've rewatched it. Watch it again.
I gotta watch it.
There's
again.
no deleted in there, which is weird. Unless they wait next month. I don't know why, but it's whatever.
They're probably waiting.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think it's gonna wrap it up for Marvel
Murph is
Mania.
coming for you guys.
Wait, what?
Joe, what?
Murph is coming for you guys.
Murph?
Murph the Nerf's mascot.
Oh, the Nerf mascot. Yeah, not that guy. That guy is weird. Anyway, thank y'all for
He's
watching
weird.
episode 6 of Marvel Mania. We'll be back at it again another episode, hopefully soon. Later tonight, I'll probably be on Matt Jarbo's stream discussing the Thor Love and Thunder social media reactions, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I know Rhea, our good friend Rhea, has a stream coming up tonight as well, discussing the Obi-Wan series. I believe our good friend Hans will be there discussing the show with her. So make sure you check out that, and make sure you guys go check out Rhea's channel.
Mhm.
And again, I'll be on tonight with Matt Jarbo discussing the Thor Love and Thunder social media reactions right when they drop. Thank you to Caden, Anthony, and Ashley for joining me today. And as always, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on any of the topics we covered today. And as always, if you're a fellow Marvel Maniac, thank you so much for watching. And as always, the great Stan Lee said, Excelsior, baby. All right.